Alright, well, greetings and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Bio Park Patrol Episode 1. Now, as I open the video, please enjoy some memes for entertainment. And of course, these memes, I put them here on purpose to show that other than aerospace, I love animals too, as you can see here. In fact, this is my favorite, the lab, or whatever you want to call it, as you can see here. And yes, I've decided that the aircraft in this video will be the Zero, for the same reason why you're coming up on this meme here. And not to mention that I agree with some of these memes. And let's see if you could have yourself and others be like that more so. Because in this video, what I'm trying to do here, of course, is try to take care of our animal friends, family, and acquaintances by flying over the biopark. And of course, I'm also proving to my superiors in Civil Air Patrol that I'm showing some initiative in this video by showing that, yes, you know, I care about others too, like you want me to. So that's why I'm flying over the zoo. Especially from time of recording, I hold officer rank. How about that? So, alright. As we open this video, you know, originally I was planning to do this in a P-40, but I'll do that in another episode. Or other episodes, mind you. So, we start the flight from Coronado Airport in Duke City, which is a closed airport in real life and demolished, but in Flight Simulator, it is closed, but there's some activity there. No planes, usually just me. And what I like about that airport is it's a good place to practice for the same reason why Roller King, Roller Skate City, or whatever that roller rink is in Duke City is, if they still have that little rink, that's why I use the Coronado Airport as. So as we begin, I'm going to open up with saying that I'm going to do a control surface check, taxi, takeoff, and of course fly over. Now, Flight Assistant better not be bothering me while we're at it, because I really don't need Flight Assistant, you know, messing with the throttle like it normally did. Like, there were times when I had flown and Flight Assistant just cut the throttle all the way back for me as I was taking off. And, of course, I must tell you, too, that this gameplay is fictional, but I have good intentions behind what I'm doing. And while we're at it, let's see what I have here. At this point, I'd like to be active again on my gaming channel using Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Anything you want me to say and or do better, let me know in the comment box below and or send me messages, and I will do as we see fit. Yep. Here we go. Flight begins right about now. Okay. Here we are at Coronado Airport. I'm looking around in the cockpit. Recommended equipment, an Oculus Quest 2 headset or some virtual reality headset. Making sure my control surfaces are free to move as you can see fit. Bearing in mind I like Gumby as well, so just like Gumby, I came out of the cockpit using the arrow keys. Looking around. This is why you do things and stuff like this, is because you want to make sure that there's free movement within the controls. The Hinomaros look excellent, which are the red dots. And, of course, the Zero, as usual, is any, all, each, and everything man or woman can want as far as a flying machine goes. Yep. Looks like they're checking out okay. Alright, and we're going back into the cockpit now, just like Gumby does. This time using the arrow keys. And now we are in the cockpit. And looks like I'm going to start this thing any second now. Clear prop. Or is it? Alright. Should be starting right about, I wish now. Oh yeah, now. Well, it looks like the taxi phase begins right now. Because they are waiting on the Glory Seeker, and I want to make sure that I could get this thing to the Bio Park as fast as I can. Alright, and it looks like the Coronado Airport is all to and for myself. Now, it does look hard to look over the engine here because this is a tail dragger I'm flying, so bear in mind all the moving around. This is me, of course, jockeying for position to get a good view as I'm moving the aircraft. And as you can see here, I have my get there-itis kicking in. And at some point, I'm going to go ahead and set the flaps. And of course, take off from there accordingly. And looks like we're coming to an end of a runway here. Let's see what we have here. I'm not sure how to go about from here. One thing I am going to do, as you can see, is we will jockey for position. Oh, looks like I'm taking off. Oh well, I'm going to abort the takeoff and try again. I know you don't like sounds of that, but I don't know why, but my get there-itis from time of recording was severe. So, there we go. I am jockeying into position. We'll do a run-up, then we go. Our parking brake set, it looks like. And now I'm going to do a run-up. Looks like the run-up is good. Yep. Everything's checking out okay. And now, we're going. It seems as though it should be in the air within a few seconds from now, because when I studied the Zero back in 2022, I read in some sources out. I'm still not sure how accurate they are, but according to Dr. Jiro Horikoshi's invention of the Zero, it's supposed to take off in just a few hundred feet and in a few seconds, especially with flaps down, and it seems as though that's the case. Now, thank you, Flying ABQ VR, for making this add-on. And as usual, about the Just Flight Zero, it's a little better, but not like so. Not like the Just Flight Zero. So now, as of right now, in this video, we're heading for the Rio Grande Zoo to patrol it. And what else I'm doing at the Rio Grande Zoo are practice flyovers, which are of course fictional and not to be attempted in real life. I do that, of course, to open the run for the zoo. Just like, you know, when the cadets graduate from Annapolis and the Air Force Academy, the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels, they fly overhead. Or for those of you who participate in the Bataan Memorial Death March, or those who did back in 2011, there are two T-38 Talons who were flown overhead to open the ceremony. I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool, why not? How about something like that in fiction, of course? Oh, what do you know? I fly over the Rio Grande Zoo to show and tell that, well, of course, I care about the animals too, and animals are something I like other than airplanes. That's why I'm even going on this mission, is to show that I care about them too. So right now, we're also going to buzz UNM Hospital along the way to show and tell that yes, our health and safety is being, of course, protected, especially by the Zero. And here we go. We're flying over UNM Hospital, and over Presbyterian, Maine. Soon and very soon we should see a baseball field. And in this video so far, unlike the Zero test flight video. I'm going to say that I've been tracing this route ever since before I decided to share some of my gameplays with you. Now, I am a sharer, bear that in mind. Alright, here we go. Flying past. And all that's left to do now are a few sweeps. Others will follow. Don't make me sick. That's why I'm not going to stick around very long making these patrols. Wow, looks like everything's looking good here. Yep. I flown these patrol flights on purpose to show and tell that I also love animals as a special interest. And of course I respect the Animalia Kingdom. And this flight here is to show and tell exactly that. But that's why we're flying over the zoo, as you can see here. Especially to rehearse for when comes time to open the run for the zoo ceremonies and fly overhead. To open them, as you can see here. Well, I guess my sortie's done. And I'm going to go ahead and head for the mountains. And from there I'll also patrol the schools I set foot on too, to show and tell that, yes, I care about the education system as well. It's also to show and tell that, yes, of course, even though I've been out of school for a while from time of recording, I still care about the education systems, and of course, they still could be made better, and they must. I mean, one of the things I'm trying to do is inspire keeping gangs off our streets as much as we can. And, of course, you know, street gangs are an issue here in the Duke. So that's why I also flown over the Rio Grande Zoos to help those who live in the area not become street gangsters as best I can. I mean, y'all can help me, of course, keep gangs off our streets by suggesting what I can say and or do better, as you can see here. And yes, we're flying over the adoption center for animals. That Sake 12, of course, inspired adoptions. Yes, we're flying over, of course, some part of the Duke, where street gangs are active the most. Hopefully this Sake 12 will get them to change their minds. And hopefully join Civil Air Patrol as a part of it too, which I would like. As long as their lives change. I can only really try, especially have them prepare to join Civil Air Patrol as well. So that way we can get some lives changed and reduce the amount of gangs on our streets. And now, of course, let's do the same thing for the East Mountains. Well, you know, as you can see here, I don't know who's in these mountains or not, but I just hope and pray that this Sake 12 will start invigorating ideas, especially in good ways, of course, to get whatever or whomever I want out of our streets, as well as in our mountains. And now, of course, we have a big cliff to conquer, but we can do it. The Sake 12 is very powerful. The engine, that is. Or is it a Sake 12? Whatever the engine is, it's a miracle. Alright. We're in the East Mountains now. I'm flying how I want, where I want, pretty much whenever I want. Key story is green eggs and ham, is how I'm flying it. bear in mind that I went off of live weather as well as time and date. So these were the weather conditions from the time of recording. Alright. Not as densely populated where we are, and not so much gang activity, at least not from what I'm seeing. But from the time being of recording, school is still in progress for the day. So let's fly by a few of them. To help, of course, turn the gangsters' lives around. Because gangsters are not good. You probably know that, right? That's why I make these fictional gameplays. Because as usual, as some of you probably don't know, one of the things I want to do is help keep gangs off our streets. There we go. Let's do a dive. Let's see what happens here. Do you think this will help keep gangs off our streets? Don't worry, I'm going to pull out. Hopefully the Suck A12, or whatever the engine is, will inspire them to change their minds. And now that's complete. Flying over the area, as you can see here. And now what's left to do is go to Glenwood Hills from time of recording, which is just over this ridge here. And of course, the airplane's engines can do it, and it will. Next thing you know, we patrol our schools and where I go for civil air patrol. We'll even fly by Hoffmantown Church to show and tell that I'm carrying out their teachings using the Zero. Hear that correctly. Any each and everyone who goes to Hoffmantown Church? Yes. I'm using the Zero. In fact, that should be the church's aircraft. The Zero, that is. To help carry out the church's mission and whatever. Here we go. Here we go. We are nearing Glenwood Hills. And there's high desert somewhere out there. I'm not sure where. I think it's to my right, but I can't move my head around because this is, of course, a virtual reality device, as you can see there. I'm putting some activity in there. So now Glenwood Hills should be appearing right here, right now. It's a little better than FSX, but still not the best. I, in fact, like FS 2020 better in time of recording. Oh, wow. Glenwood Hills is still dark. Where I've flown, I live in the general area. Now let's do another pass. See if it's in Glenwood Hills this time. Maybe yes. Dead ahead of me will be high desert. Let's go there too. Shall we? Oh, maybe one more pass in Glenwood Hills. Alright. Now we go to El Dorado High School. We buzz them. Then we buzz S.Y. Jackson, George O'Keefe, Eisenhower, Dennis Chavez, Hubert Humphrey, Heights First Church of the Nazarene, Desert Ridge Middle School, and of course Hoffmantown Church and Academy Hills Park a few times. Even John Baker Hoover, as you can see here. And the usual mission, help keep gangsters off our streets. Just like when the Mythbusters had, of course, paid a visit to one of the presidents at one point in time. I knew that the one president said that we got to get our youth excited about these matters, see if it'll help them learn better. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Just like the Mythbusters when they paid a visit, to one of the presidents. See, I can only actually try, as you can see here. There's no guarantee that I could get every gangster off the street, but yes, I can only try and offer things, as you can see here. For me personally, I love gangsters, but I don't like the sin that they commit. I love the sinners, but I hate the sins. That's why these videos are being made here. Just to show in a peaceful way in there, like to where you hang out. How about some flyovers? Just like when I played The Sims number 2, and your sim is working in the education field as a playground monitor, fight breaks out, and you have choices whether to threaten them with detention, offer them orange wedges, or ignore it. What I'm doing here in this video is I'm basically offering orange wedges. And, of course, I hopefully gain a crystal point, which I normally do. Alright. Let's fly by Hoffmantown to show them that we did as they taught. Alright. Too high up, so... And now let's do one more pass. Go to the Academy Hills Park or wherever. It's a nice park, but could be better. Come back around. Hoffmantown Church. We'll fly by. We're showing them that we've done something. At least we've actually tried. Next up, there's Chavez Elementary School. Now for preschool. Heights Church of the Nazarene for Civil Air Patrol. And back to Coronado Airport, that is. There's Civil Air Patrol. There's my meeting place that was. Sometimes we go to Desert Ridge Middle School, but I prefer not to go there as much as possible. The only real reason why I'm flying over these places is to show and tell that whatever I said about wanting to keep gangsters off our streets. So, here we go. We're going back to Coronado Airport, but we're way too high right now. Now it's going to be a bouncy, bumpy landing, but we made it live and in one piece from time of recording. Alright. And whatever I said about Sandia Casino being built off the end of a runway, I could land at Coronado Airport okay without crashing into it. Whether from takeoff or landing. See, look, I can do it, but I understand why you needed that airport closed, is because there's just not enough people to prevent a real accident, as you can see. And I just did so just now. I saved myself and others against a real accident. And we're here. The Coronado Airport. That is. I'm going to spin a little bit here because I came in too high and too fast. But at least I gave you one thing. Came back alive and in one piece, if that's what you wanted. Alright. I'm going to position on the runway. Head for the ramp. Open canopy. Do a post-flight check. This will be one more thing. And then a slideshow. Alright, as I begin one more thing, I'm going to tell you the truth, yes, once and for all, that I love animals too, other than airplanes, so that's why I chose to fly this mission today. Now, originally this was a dream I had back in middle school. And, of course, originally in that dream it was done with P-40 Warhawks. But what do you know, I like Japanese, I like the Japanese stuff too. And, of course, you know, everybody loves the Zero, so I went ahead and chose to use the Zero for good things, alright? And of course, I redid whatever the Japanese wanted with the Zero in real life at first, and of course in my fictional world, I redid it to carry out today's mission, which is, of course, show and tell that I love animals, I care about you, and also at the same time, let's try and keep gangsters off our streets and help keep gangsters from hurting any, all, each, and every one of you. Or what's worse, killing any, all, each, and every one of you. You don't want that. Alright. And we're out of the plane now. And the Hinomarus look excellent. No damage was done. That's good. Airing out. Because it's so hot in there. And that's the end of the motion picture. Now what's left is a slideshow. Please enjoy it. Thank you. Control surfaces look good. It's probably deemed flight worthy for the next flight. What do you think? I close it because I prefer the canopy closed when I fly. And I got out like Gumby, as you can see here. Alright, another control surface check? I think so. Alright, here we are. I'm in the cockpit. Looking ahead. You got the instrument panel. Control surface check. Some random guy walking. First check checks out okay. Outside looks good. Even more so. The outside looks good. Even more so, the Hinomaru looks good. And the Hinomaru, as usual, that's the red dot. Again, it's called a Hinomaru. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but bear in mind that if you hear repeated lines or things I say, it's because I allow stupid people to watch my videos. And especially for those who are like Beavis and Butthead who watch my videos, I make these videos just for them. And others. Oh, wow. Taxiing. And I'm following the taxi pathway. And it looks like we're jockeying to position despite a jinx. Takeoff. And I chose to go outside of the aircraft just like Gumby does. Well, I used arrow keys to do that. And fortunately, it's a simulator where I can look around, things like that. And there's Jefferson Middle School, UNM Hospital, Presbyterian Main Hospital. I just need to overfly this baseball field. And then from there, the Bio Park, particularly the zoo. Now we fly over the zoo. And we are in rehearsal for the Run for the Zoo flyover, which is fictional, of course, and is not to be attempted in real life, and please don't. The reason why I make these videos is because I have a heart to entertain other people. Okay, and of course in real life, that Sake 12 engine can really bother the animals. So don't use that Sake 12 engine until or unless you really have to. But in this video, this is just a rehearsal. Because I have a heart to entertain. Especially other living organisms. Alright, there's the pound to my right. Now to my left, we're entering the South Sandia mountain range. And we're going to carry out the same mission we did in the Duke. Well, let's just see what happens in an East Mountain community. So I'll make it better for other people, all right? We can only try to do so, all right? We're still pretty high, but as you might have seen in the video, I performed a dive. Just to see if that Sake 12 can, in a good way, invigorate the gangsters' thought processes to change. As you can see. I wonder if it will or not. Because one of the regulations in Civil Air Patrol is to help create air-minded individuals. And I even did that even more so, too, in Glenwood Hills. Wow. Better shots than FSX, but yeah, I like Flight Simulator 2020 better. In fact, I like it the best as for right now. I wonder what's yet to come. All right. After a few passes over gangsters territory, I'm going to go and wind down with thanks for watching. If you like, please like and subscribe. If you have any requests and or if there's anything you want me to say and or do better, or I could do better, let me know in the comment box below, and I will work with you as best I can. And as the video concludes, recommended equipment to help watch this video better, an Oculus Quest 2 headset, or even some virtual reality headset, so you can feel what went on. And if it doesn't feel like it, let me know in the comment box below, and I'll work with you on the matter. I really will. All right. Looks like in the slideshow the patrols are complete. Another gangster off the street. And now, of course, we've invigorated their minds in good ways. Now let's invigorate their minds even more in good ways as I come into land. And, of course, that was a bouncy landing at Coronado Airport, but I made it live in one piece. Airing out. See you all around. Thank you for watching. Have an excellent day.